Good afternoon from the UK. This is Esther. My company name is Stampin Thank you for joining me on my channel, and hello to any new subscribers. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and for joining my channel. Hopefully you've caught this live, but if you haven't, hi there to anybody catching this on the replay. So I'm going to hop on to show you how to make a bag using just one sheet of A4 paper. Now, the other night I had troubles trying to video doing some stamping over a sheet of A4 paper, and it came up very glitchy. So I'm hoping coming on at this time of day is a little bit easier for the Wi-Fi to cope with it. I'll show you what I made from the A4 sheet. I'm going to show you the measurements that I used for that. I tried to measure everything up so that if you're interested, you knew how that came about. And then today we're going to make a bag. So that's the plan for today. Because I'm going to go live, I might have a bit of live interaction chatting to those who have joined me. So I'm just going to say a quick hello and then I'm going to get on with our project for today. Good morning to Deborah, Ellie and Christine, Donnie and Stephanie. Lovely to have you join me. Thank you for already that thumbs up. Do comment after the video, let me know any thoughts or questions or comments you want to make. It's always great to hear from you. Hi there, it's Steph. Great. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to turn you over and we're going to get playing and showing you what I've done. Right, so what I might do with that previous video, unfortunately, because of the what's the word, not the condition, the I can't think of the word I'm looking for, because of the state of the video, I'm probably going to change it to unlisted because it's just so glitchy. So what we did last time is we covered 2 sheets of paper all in stamps using what's called the in colours. So I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and it's a craft company that sells stamps and everything you need for paper crafting, and they sell inks, and these were the particular colours I used. So like I said, I had a second sheet which I went ahead and chopped up, and I'm going to show you the bits that I made with that. Hopefully you'll be able to see it a bit more clearly. So I made a little hanging. So all these little bits and bobs are going to go to my new downline. I think this is a great way to show what you can do with just one sheet of A4. So if you stamp all over it, you can cut them down separately. So that was my hanging there. And I'll let you screenshot this paper in a minute, but just bear in mind your measurements might be a bit different. So I've got a notebook cover here which covers this notebook here. Now in the UK we've got a shop called Tiger, and these were from that shop. They were just blank notebooks. So if you have these particular notebooks, then if you cut it down to the size, it will fill that. Now my disclaimer was, when I cut this paper down before, I wasn't measuring, I just kept cutting down to see what I could get from it, but having laid things back and measured it, I could see where things came from. So I made a tag, and even this little scrap here I think was off an end bit, so we managed to fit a lot out of what we got. I also had this scrap here and managed to get some covers or pegs. Obviously I've used other bits, but you can see the paper featuring in it all. Yeah, Tiger, I think they originate from Copenhagen. If you look online, you'll be able to see them. I don't know if you can order online. And then 2 note cards, which were those. Managed to fit in a bookmark, which went there. And then the pieces to make this, what I'm calling a trifold card. Okay, so actually sitting down and working out what went where, how I cut things, I could understand how so much came with this. But isn't it amazing? I think I counted 11 items from just that one sheet, so it's quite exciting. So if you want to screenshot this, then go ahead. I'll just talk through them. I've tried to write the centimetres as well. I know some of you like the centimetres, although I tend to work in inches. So for the trifold, we've got 6 5/16. Sorry, let me say it again. 6 5/16 by 3 inches. The notebook cover 5 1/8 by 3 inches. The note cards 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 inches, nice and easy. The decoration was 3 1/8, so a little bit shorter. And I think I ended up cutting it down because I used the die cut. I wanted it to kind of fit around like a, what do they call those photos? Polaroid photos. So that's hence the 3 1/8, and it was just whatever was left by 3.5. Bookmark was 1 7/8 by 8 1/8. The tag was 1 7/8 by 3.5. The pegs was 1.5 by 1 3/4. You can't see that very clearly. So that was that. Hi there, those of you who are just joining me. Okay, so with this, I wanted to make something else using this piece of card. I'm a bit of a stickler for hanging on to my one sheet wonders and not actually cutting them down. Now, I tried to do some measuring and work out all by myself how to do this bag. So here goes. Let's hope it works. I've cut down my card ever so slightly. So I'm using A4 because I'm in the UK and using an A4 sheet. It's a really odd size. So in order to help me work out the maths and where things go, I have cut it down on the long, not the long side, the short. I've cut this down here to 11.5 inches. Okay, so whatever the width is, but you're just cutting down that bit. Oh dear, I don't want to get you confused. So anyway, cut it down to 11.5 by it's 8 1/4, which is our normal size. Okay, so scoring wise, so I've got it set at the long side. So as you can see, I've already scored it, but I'm just going to talk through the score lines with you. If I bring that down, you might be able to pick up what I'm doing. So I scored it at 1/2 inch, 5 inches, 5.5 inches, 6 inches, and 10.5 inches, and 11. If you've got the scoreboard, it's great for doing lots of scoring in one go. So then you want to turn it and score at 1 inch. It's going to be the base of your bag. Now, I was debating whether to put a score line on what will be the top of the bag. I will decide in a minute. Is the answer to that. I did a prototype. In fact, I can show you the prototype, but these are slightly different measurements from another sheet that I've cut out. And then I started chopping this about and changing it. So I'm not going to have a flap on this bag initially, but it's just to get the use out of a whole sheet of A4. And this was one that I did earlier on a previous video, if you want to catch that one. So cutting, scissors, here we are. So we're going to cut straight up the short score lines, okay, up to where the score line meets, and then up the middle here, and up the middle here. Now tell me the reception's okay, please. And then this end one, I think we cut this off. I don't think we actually need this little flap. I'm going to be brave and snip it away. Okay, so really easy. All you're doing is just cutting up those bigger score lines, not those ones. Miss one, cut one. Miss one, cut one. Yeah. Okay, so hopefully you can all see that. So you've got flaps there. No glitches, great. No worries, Donny. Come back later and you can watch the replay. So now that I've cut, we now can, she says, trying to find her bone folder, which is here. I think it's time of day. Everyone goes on the internet in the evening, particularly at the moment, and it went really glitchy for me the other night. So I thought if I just come on now, because I also want to get this packaged off and hopefully in the post. Okay, so we're just bending all those score lines, not all of them, just the major ones. It will become clear. Don't worry about the thinner ones in between, we're just doing the bigger ones. I was pretty chuffed because I thought, well, I didn't make it up myself. I worked it all out by myself. Okay, so what you're left with is a tab there to join these two to glue together. And then if I turn it around so you can see the base, you've got two little tabs. And then you've got the bigger tabs that will close like that. So while I've got you there, I'm going to find my glue, she says. There you are. Everything's sort of sprawled out across my table today. I am going to use wet glue just because it's my glue of preference. In fact, I could probably use tape for this, but anyway, let's use glue because we've got it to hand. Also means you can manipulate it a bit more. So we're going to glue those sides together. Gives you a chance to wiggle it. You can actually squash it down to help you get it into place. Come on, I'm so rude. I haven't asked you how you are today, everybody. How is everybody today? I hope you are keeping well. Please do say hello if you're joining me for the first time. And hello, I know some of you are regular watchers, and I said to my sister I was going to give a special shout out to Jean. So Jean, if you're watching, hello. I know you've been watching my videos. Thank you so much. And I've got a customer called Claire who's also mentioned that she watches but doesn't always comment. So Claire, if you're watching, hello. I should charge for special shout outs, but while I'm feeling generous, I'll do it for free. Now, just seeing where I've glued my seam together, because ideally, she says, you want all your kind of seams to be in the back in one direction. So because I've got the seam down my left side, I want the flap also, that other seam to stop here. Does that make sense? It does in my head. Okay, so just sealing the box together. This is the point where you might want to just dab it with something inside to reach the bottom, maybe a ruler or something like that. This just gives a chance for the glue to adhere like that. So you've got a nice kind of, almost like I wonder if this is not quite big enough for our, no, it's not that big. It looked like one of our cases might be able to fit in. Let's have a look. I think it's just a bit too, not quite wide enough, but it's got a good thickness on it. So the reason for those creases down the side, it means that you can pinch down the sides like this and create a gusset. The official term. So although it looks quite, excuse me, I've got a cough. Clear the old frog out. Didn't come with my drink. Yes, you could fill it with chocolate. What a great suggestion. So my plan was to fill it with as much of my bits and bobs as possible. So I know that this was a little bit too long to fit in, so we're not going to get the bookmark in. But the notebook, the notelets, let's see what else we can get in. The tag I'll leave on the outside. The special hanging, and even the card I think I'll pop in afterwards. I must remember to take it out to write in it. Oh no, I was going to put the pegs in. Let's put the pegs in. I'll take the card out because that's part of the, and the pegs can go in there. Okay, so look at that. They fit really nicely in there. How cool is that? Those pegs want to lie down, don't you? Just stay there a minute. Okay. So now, how do we seal it? Is the issue. So there's several things you could do. In fact, somewhere I've got some magnets. What have I done with those? My thinking was I was just going to fold along the top. Okay. Now I could go down again, but I don't want to. I'm just going to fold it. Now, the other option you could do is to maybe, I was thinking, if I stamped out a flower, and maybe the flap can just sit behind it. So shall we do that quickly? And then I can attach, oh, isn't that a lovely gift? I'd like it if I received it anyway. Okay, let's do some quick stamping together while I'm here. That's a good idea, Deborah. I could use one of the pegs to hold you close. I love your suggestion. But I'm also going to show you what else. That's a great idea. Which one shall I use? That one. I've got this. That is a great idea. I didn't even think about that. Do you know that? I've bent it the wrong way. The seam, look, it's supposed to go this way. There's me going on about the seam. Ready? Oh, yes. Perfect. Right. Shall I still do the flower? Or shall we just leave it with the peg? Let's have a go. I'll do the flower as well, shall I? It won't take long, folks. It won't take long. And then you get to see how I created the bag. So I did that flower in the terracotta tile colour. So here's our ink pad. Here's our rose. Here's our paper. Here's our stamp. Easy as that. Now what I should have maybe have done, in fact, just so happens got a bit of terracotta card next to me. Oh, I've got an idea. Let's cut this out with the ideas just happen when you're making stuff. The ideas just happen. Now, is this too small? What am I looking for? What size is that? 1.5. Okay, let's have a look. So this particular size punch, 1 1/4, is not actually in stock anymore. But if you want all the other ones, they are. Here's actually a handy size. Right, let's have a think about this. Let's cut this. So this is the 1.5, so we're going up the size. And that could go there. And I was thinking, if you just tuck it there, that would just hold the bag down a bit, you see? Like that. So you put that behind that. Does that make sense? Okay, let's stick this down. We might as well glitz it up while we're here with a bit of Stella, just brush over it. That's picking up some of the colour, which is fine because it just colours the flower in. So Stella is a very fine glitter pen. Oh, look, it's working for me today. It likes me today. And I think I might just add a little pearly whirly in the middle, just to add something. I hope it won't get in the way of the peg, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. There, adding a pearl just makes all the difference, doesn't it? I'm even going to colour the pearl in Calypso Coal to just merge it in. There we go. So that was an alcohol blender pen, which you can use for colouring, and also because it's alcohol based, you can use it for. I think you do need the peg as well. She's put it on the wrong way around. Okay, so I'm putting my thumb where, okay, so it's practically halfway across. And I've obviously got to reopen the bag, so I'm going to just hold my thumb there for a little while to let that adhere. So, look at that nice little package. You could put all sorts in it. Great for leaving on somebody's doorstep if you've got some goodies to give them. It's always lovely to be able to present, you know, if you've got a nice gift to give to somebody, to be able to present it nicely, isn't it? One of my downline, my customer Jo had made some lovely boxes using the bee paper. I was really proud of her for making those, and she'd made, I won't say what she's made in case somebody of her family's watching, you never know, made something special to put inside, some homemade goodies to go inside for her family, and she was going to deliver those. So there you are. You can even put it to the side. You can go on top, it doesn't matter. There you go. So there'll be a nice surprise when you go, oh, there's a little pearl. There. So all that's left to do is to attach my, you can even just attach your tag underneath all that as well. So you've got your tag, your little closure, and I've got my card that I need to write, and I need to see if I can get that. I reckon that might be able to go. Let's have a look. I've got my special or it's just a bit too big for, I wonder if it will go, or it's just a bit too fat to go through the large letter. See, these are really handy. This one shows the small and this one shows the large for the UK size. Why has it got a bell on it? Because I kept losing this. So when it's in my drawer, If I knock it around, I'm able to find it a bit more easily. So there you are, a little bag box. Bag is a bag box, isn't it? It's a box bag made from one sheet of A4 paper, and that is all stamped yourself. So if you're looking for a new hobby, particularly now when you've got lots of time on your hands, maybe, do come to me. Let me know if you'd like a catalogue sent out to you, or you can look online at my shop at stampinstarcreations.co.uk. I'm going to catch up on your comments now. Take one of the bits out. Yeah, I could take one of the bits out and flatten it. Make sure it all goes through the post. I've made that mistake before. I sent a parcel to my parents, and the lady said it was like literally like, I don't know, 18 grams over the weight. So it could have gone from £3 to £18. So I was in the shop like taking bits out to make sure that it would go through the post. Let's see what else you said. Cut it into small bits. Yes, you said that earlier. Use another page. Don't ask. Who would want to give away one of the stamps? Who would want to give away one of the stamp sets? Anyway, yeah, that is true. Great. I'm glad that I've come through to you clear and crisp and clean today. Was there anything else to say before I toodle pipped off? I don't think so. I've got a list of jobs today that I'm trying to get through, getting things in the post. Oh yes, I've got to go and do some filming of a card. So I've got that to do now. So I was on my post kind of, mentality. So lovely to have you join me. Thank you so much for catching up with me and catching in. If you'd like to follow my group page, it is called SSC, as in Stampin' Star Creations. Inspired and created, I think. I get the name muddled. I was like, yeah, that's a great name. And now I can't remember it. I think it's Inspired and Created. So please go ahead and join that page, particularly if you've been inspired by any of my work. At the moment, I'm setting challenges. So you might want to come and join that group over on Facebook. I'll be back tomorrow night for my usual live. I think I'm still going to do it in the evening. I'll try. I didn't know whether to do a pre-recorded thing and load it for the sake of not having the glitches, but we'll see how it goes. Take care, everybody. It's lovely to have your company. Thank you so much for joining me. Do hit that subscribe button if you're not already, to be able to catch me again and to be able to catch up with all the videos that I've done. I really appreciate it. Appreciate your comments, your likes, your love, your everything, your friendship, your support. Mwah. Take care and God bless. Bye, everybody.